Now, this shit is funny. I don't know if y'all heard of ChatGPT, but basically it's like a AI technology. It's basically like a personal assistant in your pocket. Like, and it's actually quite useful. You know what I mean? Like you can, like for instance, like as like a political analyst and a content creator and a researcher, I can use Chat GPT to summarize articles for me into bullet points so that I don't have to write it out myself. I can tell it to do that. I can tell it to summarize this article in bullet points. I can tell it to look for specific stats for me and put them into bullet points. So like if for someone like me, that's how I would use it. Or like if I'm doing something creative and I'm stuck on some ideas, I might tell Chat GPT to formulate some scenarios for me, and it'll do that, and then I can look. So it's useful. And uh a lot of people obviously can use it to cheat. But here's the thing. Like I'm not really that concerned about this. And here in terms of like people like faking this and faking that. And here's why. Because in a lot of ways, Chat GPT is the calculator. It's Google. It's the cell phone. It's applications. It's a way to enhance humanity, but it is not replacing it. Like so you could write your master's thesis, right? You could cheat, but at some point you're going to have to actually know the skills. You're going to be put on the spot at some point. Calculators have given us the ability to quickly, formulate math problems, but you still have to understand equations. You still have to understand mathematic theory to even be good at math, to even do it right, to have an engineering career, so this can't really fully simulate and take place of people. So I'm not really worried about it from that part. Because again, when it comes to testing, standardized testing and getting put on the spot, which isn't going away, and you can't use your Chat GPT right there, if you don't know it, you're going to get exposed. So, I don't really think there's really that much need for alarm. In my opinion, I think this is a cool ass technology. And again, it's useful. It does have its uses. So, people have been cheating, people have been plagiarizing for a long time. So that's not going to stop, But I think, again, if you just look at it from a technology perspective, this is pretty cool. And it is very useful. It really is useful. And interesting. And two, like whatever concerns there may be around technology, it's important, obviously, to have those conversations because that's how we address those concerns. But again, I don't, like there are people who are looking at this like, oh, this is like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the calculator works wonders, but if you ain't good at math, the calculator is not going to change that. You ain't good at math. You ain't going to be able to get hired at fucking NASA. You're not going to be able to fucking be in charge of building skyscrapers and figuring out how to get oil out. You ain't going to be able to do none of that bullshit. So, but this shit was funny. This dude basically got caught because he put it on Reddit. But yeah, like you could tell, or like a writer, for instance, like there's people who like have written entire books or short stories, but it still can't replace somebody who is truly gifted at writing. It can't, because you have to give it parameters. And I've used it for that. Like I've seen what Chat GPT can do in terms of like, you give it parameters, you say like, you give it character names and you give it a premise and you tell it to make a story, but it's just not like a person. Cause like the story will end really quickly. And there's like a lot of shit that just isn't thrown in there because it's not a fucking person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, like there's only so far you can get using this technology. This isn't going to replace real artists or real writers or real creators. Like that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because again, ultimately motherfuckers is going to get put on the spot eventually. And more importantly, if you are truly talented and you truly put in the time and the skills and the effort and the hours to develop a skill set, then this is not gonna, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But yes, we will definitely keep our eyes on Chat GPT.